Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. As a follow-up on why crypto investors are so dumb, some of them, not all of you of course, I'm going to talk about a little bit about my own gains in crypto. Now, back in 2017, I invested in about at the worst time possible. Um, I got in when Bitcoin was at $17,000 back in December of 2017, and then it crashed and everyone went crazy, basically lost their minds saying that it's all a scam and garbage as it went down to $3,000 and stayed there for a couple of years. But no, I did not go crazy because I saw the trajectory it was actually coming at, all the FUD that was coming. I just held on. Now, I did trade the Bitcoin for various altcoins like VeChain, like ADA, ICX, which is a bad trade, but since I got it around 40 cents, it's actually made me back the money as well, and a couple of other coins, including Ken and some others. Now, the thing is, like, have I made my money back? Yes, but there was one event in there that actually has put me at 2x and not 16x, and that has nothing to do with my trading. I fell for, some of you know, a phishing scheme, kind of like an email phishing scheme, unfortunately. Well, it was like more of like a tech support phishing scheme because I was looking for tech support on Ken, and I fell for one of the Atomic Wallet scammers. But that has actually nothing to do with my trading. Had I not fallen for that, just doing a few simple trades, I would actually be 16x up right now had I just like not lost all that stuff because I wouldn't have sold anyways. But despite losing 85% of everything in that phishing scheme, I am still up 2x on my original investment. Now, I've never really triggered a taxable event since 2018 because I never really sold anything. I think the VET Vex thing was the only thing that was kind of tradable, and I am going to actually report that. Well, I'm going to report my staking rewards, yield farming rewards for this year anyways. If I claim them, like if I wait until the new year to claim them, I will actually report them next year because I'm just going to put like my claim date as the date I actually got those rewards. So that will be that will actually be reported. I also sold about $1,000 worth of Ethereum toward the top of the market earlier this year, as I told you a couple times on stream. That will definitely be reported. So I haven't really triggered any taxable events because I haven't really moved around all that much. I have reported every single year the staking amount I've made from Cardano and VeChain. So that's that right now. So I did not have to play leverage. I did not have to play options. I did not have to play margins. I didn't have to do any of that derivative nonsense. And you know what? I didn't have to like worry about headaches and heartaches either of like, oh my gosh, I might get margin called, or oh my gosh, I'm going to get liquidated. See, because I didn't play any of that stuff. I did not let the fat cats trick me with the greed factor to actually play all that stuff. So when the market dumps by 5%, guess what? I'm not 20x leverage, so I could actually care less. Even if the market dumps by as much as like 40, 50, 60% like it did in the middle of this year, I wasn't freaking out. Remember, I remained bullish pretty much the entire way because regardless of how much it dumped, I bought in at $17,000 on Bitcoin, and it only dumped to $29,000. So at worst, I was still 80% up in the middle of this year. So I'm like a little bit over 100% up despite losing 85%. And had I not lost 85%, I would be something like, several thousand% up. So realistically, like that's how you should actually make money. I took a very safe route. I basically bought some Bitcoin, diversified into a couple of altcoins I believe in, plus one or two flyers like Ken, which actually has worked out really, really well. But mostly coins I believe in. And despite losing a lot of it in a phishing attack, I am still way, way up. Now, you're saying like, well, even if you had not suffered that phishing attack, you'd only be up, 1,500% in the last 4 years. That doesn't seem like a lot. But let me ask you, where else are you going to get anywhere near 1,500% in the past 4 years? If you're Daniel Negreanu or Phil Ivey, you might be able to do it while playing poker. But since I'm not, I probably can't do it by playing poker. And if you're playing leverage, options or leverage or margins or any of those derivatives things that are inherently leveraged, you probably have a better chance of making the 15x playing poker because you're going to probably get squeezed out regardless of which TA model you use. And that's why I see so many people panicking when Bitcoin dumps by 5 or 10%. There's no other reason people would actually panic. A 5 to 10% drop in crypto is actually nothing. The only reason they are really panicking is because they're getting margin called or they're getting squeezed out and liquidated. And I can tell there's a lot of people playing those options, which means there's a lot of dumb people out there. So, talking about like my gains or losses, yes, I'm up over 100% over the last 4 years, and I did invest a decent chunk of money. It's not like a huge amount of money. I don't have like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in there, but I've made enough to basically buy like a new car and maybe do a lot of other stuff as well. So essentially, like that's my situation right now. I did not have to play options and leverage. I did not actually have to play margin trading. I didn't have to play futures or anything. Did not have to do any kind of derivatives. And based on solely trading alone, up 15x, but I did lose 85% of it, so I'm only up like a little bit more than 2x after 4 years, and in real terms. But that loss actually had nothing to do like with my trading and calls. That loss just had to do with a phishing scheme, which is like outside of that realm. Shouldn't have fell for it, but regardless, doesn't really matter if you want to know more about the phishing scheme. I did make a video on that a while back, but that just goes to show you I didn't do anything fancy. And had you just followed that specific set of instructions, you would be up 15, 16x or over 1,000% over the last 4 years. So no need to do any of that stuff, guys. And regardless of that, 1,500% is still 1,500%. It doesn't matter if you make 1,500% off $10,000 or 1,500% off of like $1 million. Investing is all about the ROI. And that is an excellent ROI over 4 years. The thing is, people are always asking like when moon. They're probably doing options or leverage to do that. But the thing is, if you just played it fairly safe, bought some Bitcoin, and then diversified it into altcoins that you believe in, which you can still do right now, they would have already been on the moon earlier this year, and you'd probably at least be in outer space right now. So that's why you really shouldn't take any of those kind of risky alternatives. You don't need a lot of money to actually make a good amount of money. Just don't fall for any of those scammers, and essentially just play it safe. Buy coins that you actually believe in, that you've done research on, and hold for a couple of years and just kind of like forget about the price. That's the best advice I can give you guys. It's not 100%, nothing is in investing, but it seems to work better than all those other strategies out there. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe, and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.